Welcome to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy. Now here's your host, Tim McMahon.
For an entire generation, people have experienced Star Wars the only way it's been possible, on the TV screen. But if you've only seen it this way, you haven't seen it at all.
Today's episode of Less Than 12 Parsecs is another podcaster spotlight. Let's see, who do we have on today? Please, sir, introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
My name is Rob Williams. I'm host of the Generation X-Wing podcast as well as the Outer Rim Rookie podcast.
Thanks for coming on the show. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you so much.
I have to admit, the first thing about your show that grabbed my attention was the title, Generation X-Wing. As a Gen Xer myself, I loved it.
Oh, thank you.
So, are you guys all Gen Xers on the show?
Pretty much. Our hosts, even Jamie, who I joke is a millennial, but she really ticks him off. We are Gen X. We were born in the 70s, enjoying all that sort of stuff from He-Man, Transformers, Star Wars, everything. And so our topics that we discuss usually stem from our upbringing as kids of the 80s. We just have a lot of fun discussing not just Star Wars, but just cartoons, collecting everything, and it's what makes us today.
I'm the same age as you guys. I've been there since the beginning. Do you think we as a generation of Star Wars fans kind of have a chip on the shoulder? Like, we claim it as our own, it's ours because we were there from the beginning, and that the younger fans coming up don't quite get it the way we do?
Yes, I do. I've always joked that nobody hates a Star Wars movie more than a Star Wars fan, especially the original trilogy Star Wars fan. But I think over time, especially me being a school teacher and being actually talked down to by an old student who enjoyed the prequels, and he would explain to me how much he loved it and how much he talked about it, and we had trivia contests, and he'd kill me on these prequel questions, but I'd kill him on the original trilogy. But I started to have a love for it, and I reopened my eyes to it. And I think sometimes we are a little bit too much in my day sort of attitude when it comes to the original trilogy and can't move past the nostalgia some days.
Yeah, I can see that. I can appreciate that. But still, part of me is like, they don't understand. They weren't there from the dark times from like 85 to 94, you know? They don't know how good they have it.
Oh, it was a massive gap. I heard someone mention that almost one of the best times in Star Wars fandom was the months before Episode 1 was released, because it brought back all that lovely nostalgia and the hope and the enjoyment of being a Star Wars fan again.
Oh, I completely agree. I say that all the time, that the build up to Episode 1, the hype, the anticipation, the excitement, you'll never top that period of Star Wars fandom. Like, if I could go back and relive one period of Star Wars, I think it would be that era, because that was the excitement was so tangible.
Maybe I'm quoting you.
You know, it could have been me. I say that a lot. I tend to repeat myself. So your show is part of the Star Wars Commonwealth Podcast Network. Are all the shows who are part of the Commonwealth Network in the actual Commonwealth?
No, technically no. The Skyhoppers are from America, and so is the Rogue Squadron podcast. They are from Columbus, and so technically not part of the Commonwealth, but it's more focused on the actual name itself. Originally, it was like two Canadians and a British podcast, so Talk Star Wars, Tom Xavier, and myself. But we kind of thought about the Commonwealth of knowledge, and we thought about a common love for Star Wars, and it just kind of made fun. It was a lot of fun that we had with the name, so we just played with it and stuck with it.
So are you the mastermind behind the Commonwealth Network? Is this your creation? Did it spring from an idea that you had?
No, well, yes and no. It was actually a joke that Talk Star Wars and Tumbling Saber made towards me. They were closer together at first, and I just kind of weaned my way into conversation with the other two. And then I think Tumbling Saber would say something like, hey, let's make him part of the Commonwealth, as a joke with the British connection. And all of a sudden we're like, you know what? That sounds pretty cool. And then the three of us got together, and Mark, especially from Talk Star Wars, really started to make a stride for this and push the idea of a Commonwealth. And we made a network, and we love being with each other. We love talking. We communicate on a daily basis because it's just a lot of fun.
Hey, we're almost out of time. Do you want to quickly tell people about your other project, about how you're working towards joining the 501st?
Well, real quick, me and my friend Terry Chu, who is the commanding officer of the 501st Legion Outer Rim Garrison, BC, he decided he's going to help me become a TB or a Scout Trooper. So my goal by July the 1st, Canada Day, is to be part of the 501st Legion and be marching in the parade as a Scout Trooper. And he's helped me. We're making videos, podcasts on how to do this and help others who maybe have trouble putting their arm together or just don't know what to do.
Great. Thank you so much. It's been fun to have you here. Before you go, please tell folks where they can find you online.
Well, you can find the Generation X-Wing podcast on generationxwing.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter at Gen X Wing, as well as the Outer Rim Rookie has its own Facebook site just to separate all the armor talk, and that's on Facebook as well. But most of our videos are on YouTube, and if you're ever unsure, just go to our Facebook page. We'll help you out.
Great. Thanks so much, Rob. Thanks for coming on Less Than 12 Parsecs.
Thank you, Tim.
You've been listening to Less Than 12 Parsecs, the fastest Star Wars podcast in the galaxy, part of the expanded Fandomverse network of shows. For links and show notes, visit our website, TwelveParsecsPodcast.com. Follow Less Than 12 Parsecs on Twitter at 12parpod, on Instagram at 12parsecsPodcast, on Tumblr at 12parsecsPodcast, and find us on Facebook as well. And please let us know what you think. Email us at 12parsecsPodcast@gmail.com.